Welcome to week 4 of Making It with Millennial Moms. Today we made our favorite thing that kicked all of this off. Whenever we moved close to each other, the first thing we said we wanted to do is have coffee in our pajamas on the back porch swing. So today we made coffee, kind of in our pajamas, and we're gonna go sit on the back porch and enjoy it. Our coffee press, and last but not least, we made a homemade coffee creamer. So good.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to make coffee with the French press because I feel like this gives you the best coffee. People always talk about how good it is, but I feel like people got scared by how to do a French press, and it's actually so easy. I feel like it's easier cleanup and easier to do than using a coffee machine. I literally never use my Ninja coffee machine because I prefer this. Plus, you can control exactly how much you're making.
And if I want this kind of coffee, I just come over here. It makes it much better than I ever have.
It's always good. Okay, it's so easy, guys. All you need is a French press. You can buy any of them, but I got this one on Amazon. I use a tea kettle to boil my water, but you could boil your water however you want to. And then coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna boil the water while I show you the next thing. Probably cut this part.
Dude, stop it.
Yeah, if you want to. Okay, gonna start boiling the water. Back here real quick. I just like having a tea kettle. It's not a necessity though. Okay, next part is kind of scoopy. Tucker half through it. My coffee scoop got thrown in my vase here. Okay. I don't know exact measurements. This is probably a bad instructional video because I just like measure with my heart. But if I'm making it for myself, I fill it about halfway up. I do like 1.5 scoops. Since I'm making it for both of us, I'm gonna do 3. So 1, but I like our coffee a little stronger. 2 and 3. All right, that's all you need for that. We're gonna wait for the coffee, the water. We're gonna wait for the water to boil. Okay, now you have your coffee here. Your water is boiling, and you're just gonna pour it in, and it mixes with all the coffee grounds. I like to pour it all the way to the top, especially when I'm making 2 cups. First of all, it smells super good when you make French press coffee. Okay, well, we'll go with that. Okay, then you put your lid on and just let it sit. The stronger you like your coffee, the longer you want to let the ground sit with the water. If you don't like super strong coffee, then go ahead and you'll push it down and that will start to separate the grounds from the water. I like it a little stronger, so I usually let it sit for like 3 to 4 minutes. Then you push it down, and when you push it down, it'll separate all the grounds down to the bottom. Leaves you with a little bit of foam up here. And then you'll have your coffee here. So easy. Okay.
Okay, now my part. We are going to make a homemade coffee creamer. So what I usually do is get heavy whipping cream. You can sub for milk, you can do half and half, whatever you like to do. I personally like to use heavy whipping cream. I think you can whip it a little bit better to make like the cold foam on top of your coffee. Completely up to you though. So we're gonna start with this. And I'm just gonna use a mason jar to mix everything, and then I'll divide it up. I raided my husband's bar and got some of his empty bottles that he was saving, and this is what we're gonna put it in to store it in the fridge. So the second ingredient is sweetened condensed milk. So in here it's only milk and sugar, I believe, are the ingredients. And I like this because you can kind of decide what you want your creamer to be morning of. I make a sweet cream, which is just this. And then whenever I decide if I want like pumpkin spice, if I just want like a cinnamon dolce, if I want vanilla, whatever I'm gonna do, you can just add it in on top or add it in while you're whipping it in the morning when you make your coffee. So we're gonna do about 3 little bit of wiggle room so you can shake it up, or you can mix it with a mixer, you can throw it in your blender, whatever you wanna do just to incorporate the 2 in here. It's really pretty well incorporated. So from here, we're gonna take this, and I like to whip it in a mug before I pour it on top of the coffee. So we're waiting. I do add a dash of vanilla in here, just for flavor. If you don't want vanilla, use almond extract. You can use cinnamon. You can make this however you want it. I like it because you can just decide that morning what you want to do and go ahead and mix it all in, and it's really good. All right. All right, we're gonna take a funnel. If you have one, great. If you don't, good luck. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding.
Or keep it in the mason jar.
Yes, you can keep it in the mason jar. So this is all, good job. I see you. So this is fully mixed up. I have vanilla, we have sweet condensed milk and heavy whipping cream together. So we're just gonna.
You said we have sweet dream.
Sweet dreams.
That looks so good.
As always, please date this because we are not going to have expiration dates on any of our homemade items. You just want to make sure that you know when it's from. I usually have a habit of just smelling everything before we open it, or when we open it, just before we consume it too, just in case. Here we have 2 beautiful bottles. Just kidding, let me wipe this off. A homemade coffee creamer. So, this usually lasts in my fridge about a month whenever I make it. Sometimes we go through it a little bit faster. It just depends on how much you start with. You can put this in the fridge and chill it really fast for sweet cream. I put a couple of teaspoons in here, tablespoons, and then we get our little whipper and I whip it. So it's just gonna make a nice foam to go on top of your coffee and frothy. Get a little bit of hot. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to pour this on top. I know you can't really see. Look how good this looks.
And it's a Waffle
So
House
good.
mug, so
Yes.
no ton.
Even better because you're not hungover. The top of our coffee. Heavenly.
So good. Perfect. Yum. Okay, and then I got these cute cups. So this is our French press coffee, our homemade creamer we added cinnamon to it for this set. You put this lid on, you have little clips on, and you can literally shake them. And it's like the perfect color coffee. Is there anything better than when your coffee is the perfect color brown?
I joke all the time. Our cinnamon.
I almost handed you poultry seasoning.
Oh, please don't. Poultry seasoning would be awful. I'm gonna add pumpkin pie spice to mine for my hot coffee, and it's gonna be so good.
Oh, one of these. Come here, I have one here.
Like I said, just mix it in on the top, get a nice froth going. Whenever you like the head on the froth.
No, this one here.
So good.
Cheers.